Today we're going to make scones.
Woo!
We're going to do banana and maple scones, but you can do any flavour you want. I'll let you know when you would choose your flavour. So, starting with...
A squat.
Starting with, I'm going to do them in the Magimix. If you don't have a Magimix, you can just do it by hand. But yeah, it's easier that way.
So,
Flour. Self-raising flour, a pound. I'll put the recipe at the end again. So you're going to pop your flour into your bowl or your Magimix. And then you're going to get your butter. Sorry, we're going over here now.
okay.
Pop that in. And
Flour and butter into bowl or Magimix first. Super organised. Grab your utensils.
sorry.
Douche, 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 douche.
Bang, bang, bang. And 2 teaspoons of baking powder. 1, 2. So then either with your hands you can like rub it together to make kind of like breadcrumbs, or just whiz it. So once that's whizzed and made like breadcrumbs, you can add your sugar to it. So 2 ounces of, I just use caster sugar. So that can go in. You can give that a little whiz as well. All of that's mixed together. And then you can crack your eggs. So 2 eggs. And then you're going to do up to 300 mils with milk. So once your eggs are in, then measure up to 300 mils. And you can get that
Cheeky stir.
a mix.
You're the scone queen. Oh, is it scone or scone? I say scone. Em says scone. There you go, the big debate. What are we making?
Scones.
Scones.
Scones with me. Scones with you. And we're going to do, like I said, banana and maple. So you just want 1 banana and you're going to mash it up.
This is what can you find in your house to make scones with, because we're snowed in.
Yeah, basically.
But you can make so many different ones, can't you? You can make like fruit or apple and cinnamon. What are the ones you make at the cafe? Cranberry and white chocolate?
Yep.
Dark chocolate and ginger?
Yep.
What else do you make? Oh, maple and pecan.
Yep. Blueberry.
Blueberry.
Okay, so we'll go
Plum. You made plum ones.
over to...
Loads of options. Loads of options.
So because I'm making banana and maple, I'm going to put the banana in just now. And just a little glug of maple syrup. If you weren't, just forget that bit. And then start to slowly add your egg mix whilst it's on. And we're looking for quite a wet dough. So just pop, if you were doing fruit, you wouldn't add your fruit yet or anything. So you don't need to add anything unless it's banana.
Okay, so if you're making these scones, banana maple, do it now. If you're making fruit, we'll tell you in a bit.
Yeah.
When to put it in.
Put it on, and then so that's quite, I've not used all of that because that is quite wet. So that's fine, and it usually looks a bit wetter because it's banana anyway, but that's good. So you don't need to finish your egg, and you usually want to keep a bit anyway to brush the top, but say you used it all and it didn't look very wet, you could just add a bit more milk.
So if you were doing that not in a Magimix, would you just add and stir, add and stir, add and stir, or would you throw it all in?
Just with your hands,
yeah.
Yeah, I'd put a decent amount in to begin with, and then just kind of mix it and try and make a dough with your hands.
Okay.
But you don't want to end up kneading it because you don't want to overwork it. So you just want to do it until it gets like wet. And tip it all out onto a floured surface or a floured chopping board, whatever you have. And this is where it gets messy.
Get your blade out.
Yeah, don't use your fingers, don't slice yourself. Right. Usually you want to kind of cover it with the flour and then just fold it in on itself, just so it's all covered like so. And then I'm gonna pat it down. Now if I was adding fruit, I would do it now. So I pat it down a bit more, add the fruit and like fold it in on itself, but just try not to handle it too much. But because I'm not adding any fruit, I can just leave it like that. And then we can cut them into shape. So it's in its position. I have to say so. I don't know what else to say.
I'm
Sorry.
Joking. I'm joking.
I can't do all that.
It's in its position.
And you need a little pile of flour to just get your scone cutter, and then it means it hopefully won't stick. Onto a baking tray.
Lined with
Parchment.
parchment.
Baking paper, I don't know. Whatever.
Greaseproof, whatever it's called.
Greaseproof paper. So they're not too flat. You want a little bit of height to them, but then they will rise more. And once you can just kind of make another little round. But yeah, just try not to handle it too much. Now you can fold it into place and pat it down, but you don't want to be like kneading it or anything because it'll just knock all the air out of it.
Oh, look at those bad boys.
But it's a bit of a messy one.
You can make a little one.
Always end up with a hot baby.
This little one's like what Em does at the cafe to try them in the morning. So she'll smash out a batch of scones or 2 batches of scones and a batch of buns and another batch of buns, and then make little ones, little baby ones to taste that we can taste in the morning.
And then you're just brushing them with your leftover egg mix. And then they're going into a hot oven, so it's about 200, 220 for say 10 minutes. Usually, like at the cafe it's 10 minutes, turn them, and then 4 minutes, but it depends, it might be a bit less here because the aga is quite hot, so I always check them after 10 minutes and then see what you think. So I'll wash my hands then and put them in.
Awesome.
So they're going in, and we'll check them after 10 minutes.
Oh yeah, check those bad boys out. Wow, they look good.
So we'll just drizzle whilst they're still hot with maple syrup. Just